And I think when people hear the word food pantry, they kind of get that an image in their head of the kind of people that come to a food pantry, you know, homeless or, you know, kind of scruffy guys living under the interstate. And we serve homeless people, but by far and large, our biggest client base are families with kids. Roughly 50% of the people that we serve every day are children under the age of 18. And these are families who have jobs. Sometimes they have more than one job, but it's just not, they don't make a living wage, and it's really difficult. And if you try to put yourself in their shoes, I think, to actually get in a car or get on the bus and come to a place and tell those people, I can't provide food for my kids. So instead of us just shoving a box of food at them, saying, okay, you need food, here you go, good luck with that. And it may or may not be items that they can use or even items that they like. They get a voice in that, and that has meant the difference to some of these families. It's just meant the world to them because it gives them some control back. It allows them to kind of keep some of that dignity that they've had to kind of leave at the door in order to ask for help. And I would tell you, I would wager and say, yes, they need food, but a kind word and encouraging them and telling them, you know, things are going to get better, I think means more than the food that they receive. And a prime example, my office is on the corner. Everybody that comes to the door walks past my window, and I was working on some stuff, and this man got out of his car, walked up to the door, and then he went back and got in his car. And he did this about 3 or 4 times. So I finally caught him at the front door and asked him if I could help him, and he kind of hung his head. He goes, I really need food for my kids. He said, but it's really hard for me to come ask for help. And I said, well, that's what we're here for. And he said, you know, this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but it's not as bad as looking into the eyes of my kids and knowing that they're hungry and I can't do anything about it. One of the other stories that has stayed with me forever, one of the reasons I come back every day, I think, I had a mom come in one day with 3 young kids, and we were talking to her, and I was getting her information, and all of the kids were sitting in chairs, and they were being really quiet and well behaved, which is kind of unusual for little kids. Usually they're kind of banging around, climbing the walls, and I would look over at them, and they all 3 had a piece of white plastic, and they were all chewing on this, and I finally asked the mom, I said, you know what is that the kids are chewing on? And she kind of hung her head, and she said, it's a packet of honey from a fast food restaurant. And she said, that's all I've had to give them since the day before. I just think that's unacceptable in our state, to have kids that go hungry, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here, is to try to make an inroad to eliminate hunger in our state.